Today is Sudden Unexpected Death in Epilepsy Action Day. The goal is to bring awareness to the impact the disorder that causes seizures can have on people. A sister who lost her brother as a result sat down with our own Tevis Hillis to tell his story and what she hopes this day will do for others.
Well, Bobby, 1 in 26 Americans will develop epilepsy in their lifetime, and 1 out of 1,000 people with epilepsy will die from sudden unexpected death in epilepsy each year. And all this became true for one Oklahoma family 5 years ago.
It's been 5 years since I've seen my brother's face, held his hand, heard his laugh.
Dylan Witten, a 25-year-old who was adored by his family.
My brother was bubbly, lively, smart. He was fearless. He never let epilepsy get in the way of him living his life.
But now 26-year-old Hannah living to be older than her older brother.
And I hope that our story helps other families, and hopefully no one else has to lose a loved one the way that we have. And we were never told in all those years about SUDEP or the risk factors, or that it was a possibility Dylan could die from that.
Sudden unexpected death in epilepsy, also known as SUDEP, refers to deaths in people with epilepsy that do not die from an injury, drowning, or other known causes. And while this accounts for only about 3,000 deaths in the United States each year, epilepsy is all too common.
Just in Oklahoma, there's over 40,000 people who suffer from epilepsy.
3.4 million people live with epilepsy nationwide, including roughly around 470,000 children, and 1 in 20 children under 5 is diagnosed with epilepsy. Hannah wants to advocate for those living with epilepsy to be a voice for her brother who no longer has one.
Well, the stigma around epilepsy is really challenging because people are scared to lose their jobs, lose their licenses. It's a difficult disease to talk about in the public, but we need to talk about it.
Today being Action Day for SUDEP, you can visit our website for more information and find out more about Hannah and Dylan's story on the Seizing Life podcast. That 30-minute discussion going live today. In the studio today, Tevis Hillis, Oklahoma's own News 9.